So here's the first test of all the plugins. Starting to figure out how to put those cords back in. Tried the fan out. All the plugs work, meaning the AC plug. I've not tried the DC plug. Right now I've got all my little cordless batteries charging, my Fitbit, and of course this phone is plugged in. This readout does not show anything right now. And of course I can't see it with that adapter anyway anyways. So after I'm done charging everything, I'll see what the power level of the Renogy is. Charging these various devices, mainly batteries. Totally batteries. I did run the fan a little bit. And yeah, once you use the AC power ports, you hear the inverter kick on in here. Not loud, but noticeable, unlike your USB. You have to try the DC ports or port. A little confusing still, though I've had this a while, the DeWalt. I still think it's charging because I see this is red. But with DeWalt, when it's on this center red one, that means it's done charging. Anyways, so everything's done. I used 12% of my power. It's at 88, just with modest charging. This is the box that I'll be using to get my other cords. And for the solar panel too, probably. I don't know about this. Hopefully my fridge isn't a problem. But it's up at 10 degrees. So that's not the setting. Eco. Let's turn that off. I'll turn it back on. Obviously it's supposed to be running off of this. There's no inverter running. You can tell there's no sound at all because it's running off of DC. And obviously it is running. Well, the 10 is unacceptable. It's set to 3. We'll check on it in a bit and see what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and unplug the fridge. As you see, it has the F1. Whatever that means, I need to look it up. And it's off. The plug is out. And, sorry about that. It's only down to 84. It's been running, I forgot what time I said it was when I plugged it in. 2 or 3 hours. So I'll need to do some more research on that, why the fridge was not working right. Hopefully there's not a problem with my fridge. So it's plugged back in. Obviously the temperature's gone up. And the owner's manual for the Alpacool said to change, it has to do with low voltage. So to change it from HH to MM. Now, I don't see any settings on here. All I did was, it's on HH right now, which of course is not the eco mode. That's the eco mode. So I'm just leaving it on HH and seeing if that fixes the problem with it running off of the power box. So for now, I guess I could try plugging it into the inverter, which might be an option. Meaning this, I think I might just do that to see if the error codes will disappear, because right now I've turned it off completely. So we'll go ahead and put it on inverter and try to find my cord. Oh, I have moved on from my Alpacool. I'm trying to find the AC cord, which appears to be missing. So I'm bringing in this. I forget the name of it. Anyways, it's a miniature swamp cooler, which I was using in the van. Maybe will again some days use, but for now I'm going to be testing it out, see if it runs fine on this, which so far, yeah, it's on and it's running. And I don't foresee any issues. And once I find the power cord, obviously I've been using a DC plug. I would like to test another DC appliance, meaning that the plug, not the USB, but I've yet to find anything here. Obviously in the van I have plenty that I could do so with. So back to, I went ahead and turned off the Arctic air. As far as a quick review on the Arctic air, it does help. I'm talking the van when it's 100 degrees before I got the AC set up. Did help it was blowing directly on you with some cool, moist air. So a fine product. My girl likes it a lot here at home. And it gets a little hot when she's doing her makeup and such. Now back to this. Just turn it on. It's at 9. It is now running off of the inverter. It's going to use more energy, obviously. But the main thing is, will it work? And will it keep it at temperature? And again, if this test does not work with the Lycan, I'm going to plug it into the wall and see if there's a problem with the unit, which would be the worst case scenario. Certainly don't want that. And I went ahead and set it to 0. So that is freezing. Actually, I'm going to move it down. I've never actually tried it. What's on Eco? Anyways, I'm going to set it to -2, which is 30 degrees. Try that out for a minute. Okay, the Alpacool did not work well. Didn't work well, simply put, with the Lycan, except for that. So we brought on the heavy hitter. This one draws a lot more amps, runs constantly. We grabbed the thermometer. I'll keep that in here. This ended up, of course, it's been sitting open for the last few minutes, but it was well below freezing. Now I'm putting it in here, this little baby, and it'll run pretty much, well, it does run non-stop. I drained my battery once in the van because I left it plugged in and on all night long, 16-hour shift. So, see how this goes. Monitor the results the rest of the night. See how it works with the DC plug. So I'm calling it quits for the night. Obviously this thing's running fine. It's not going to turn off. What did it drop down to? 47 degrees. Which, these aren't meant to be legitimate coolers or refrigerators. It is a cooler. So that's it for tonight for the Renogy. Let's see what the power is listed at. I don't know how you get it to turn on, because there it is, 68%. So tomorrow, hopefully, or Wednesday at the latest, I will see how well it charges with solar. See if I can bring it up 30%, or maybe I'll use it some more tomorrow too for something. Okay, to try to draw a little more power overnight. It's not going to draw a lot probably. I installed 2 razors, 2 phones, or an iPad and a phone. Obviously the razors are hooked up to 110. So the final word before I get my solar panels to charge up the Lycan. After plugging in a 55-watt television, it's down to 55%. That'll turn off automatically if you don't have anything plugged in, which I won't. So, close enough for the purposes of testing the solar panel. Of course, I also need the PV cord that'll plug in here from Lycan or from Renogy. Till I get that, I'm not going to be able to use my solar panel. The solar panel will arrive sometime today, along with the extension cable. And then it's just a matter of seeing how far or how much time it takes to charge it back up to 100% after being down to about 55. And if I have anything else I need to charge, I'll do so during the day. But this is the last word for the initial review / additional product application with the Renogy Lycan. Very impressive, very powerful. Obviously, you will not be able to run anything heavy wattage on this device, which is rated at 1200 watts, I believe, maximum output, such as your typical electric heaters, which almost all of those are 1500. And of course, they wouldn't last long anyways, running a high output device on this. But very effective, and it'll serve to be a very nice addition to my spring bar tent adventures and van adventures.